So what's up guys, welcome back to another video. It's Alexa here. So in this video, we're going to go over just a little bit about my training and this training session specifically. It's a lower day, how I'm structuring it right now since my training split has changed for a few months now. I'm doing kind of like not everything new, but kind of like in a new way, more structured better and saving more time. So far right now my training is kind of like not really stagnating or like crazy developing because I'm kind of like doing this whole like moving slower, developing slower thing. My weight is kind of fluctuating between 80 and 83 pretty much right now, and that's kind of just like intuitively eating slash doing cardio. I don't like use a app to count calories right now or anything, so I'm pretty intuitively looking at how I'm doing. I'm pretty much doing the same amount of cardio for the most part every day, except when I'm like running or if I switch up a little bit of intensity in cardio or something like that, or just walk more for some reason. But otherwise, like I've made PRs. I usually hit PRs like here and there. It really depends. Week to week, I do hit PRs. It just varies on which movement. Sometimes it's more leg side, sometimes it's more back, sometimes it's chest, sometimes it can be arms, and so on. But that's pretty much what's been going on. Just been kind of doing that. This training session was I was doing 170 kg here for about 7 reps or 6 reps around there. So this was pretty much PR sets for me, 2 PR sets. Doing pretty good on deadlifts and remaining at least making progress every week, like adding at least a rep or something or more, a couple of reps, depends on the week. After deadlifts, I moved on to some pendulum squats. I've kind of like, for me, this is just doing quad movement. This is personally what I like to do quite a bit. I'll find that this is pretty consistent. You can also do hack squats, of course, or belt squats, which are fine as well for quads. I'm doing about 130 to 135 here, and I was hitting pretty good numbers, like around, I think, 6 to 9 reps on these sets, if I remember correctly, something around there probably. But yeah, pretty good sets. Can't complain. Making some progress on the quads. My squats are a bit lacking. Still need to heal my glutes to get proper like force production in squats. But otherwise, squats are pretty fine. Like I'm probably taking a little bit of a strength hit just on the dynamics of the movement because I haven't done them kind of properly. So it's been kind of lacking, but like it doesn't really matter too much since I'm hitting legs and my leg extension and these leg machines for quads are fine. So my quads are developing, my hamstrings are developing. It's really hindering my leg progression at all. Like even if I can't do squats properly, because I can still hit everything else anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just like a little hindrance on the power production. But it's not like I'm not doing squats. But yeah, like that's pretty much how I think about these movements and leg training overall and how I'm hitting right now with my legs. Personally, I felt really good with the PR that I hit here. I was pretty happy with that. Doing about 60 kg here for around like 9 to 11 reps on these hamstring curls. This is just to give me some isolation for the hamstrings, just to hit them a bit more, especially since deadlifts, if they mostly target my back. I would say the way I do them is definitely like it's definitely more back targeted. I would say it's not like I focus purely and solely on like hamstring glute area when I'm doing deadlifts. Like that's not inherently my goal. Um, I'm to be honest, I'm more of a upper body guy anyway, and I don't mind if my back grows bigger. Wide back is a wide back. Um, my legs are okay. Like I don't have a huge problem with my legs, and I don't have a huge problem growing my legs. And if I really want to focus on them, I don't find them a problem. My upper body is what really needs work, in my opinion, and that's really what I've been focusing on personally. So yeah, like for me, leg days are kind of chill. Like it's pretty much just like I develop during leg days, and I can use that development to my advantage because it's so easy. But like my arms are really I'm trying to grow. Focus on that's where I'm lacking. That's where I don't progress as fast. And I would say arms are harder to progress on anyway because it's a smaller muscle group. So it doesn't really doesn't really train as well as like legs, for example, just because legs use so many more muscle groups and they're bigger and they can develop faster. Then I went into some calf raises, basically to hit calves. It's not that deep. And yeah, I was doing out 150 on the first set. I was kind of feeling weak today, specifically when I was training on Friday. When I recorded this, I was feeling really weak on the calf, so I lowered the weight by 10 kg. I kind of tried to focus on the range of motion as well. Some days I feel like I can do 150. I'm really strong and range of motion is okay. It kind of just depends on the day. If I go any lower, I feel like then like almost like around 130 to 140 kg, especially on this variation of the movement, I feel like it's too easy for me. Like it just turns into like movements where I can just push too far. I can do like way too many reps. Like you can do high reps on these like 15 to 30-ish, but like personally, I like to also keep my rep ranges somewhat like reasonable. So I'm not wasting time and I'm actually using intensity and not just doing fluff. That's one goal, but it can be hard on these specific fluff variations movements. Next, I went into some abs. I'm doing some windshield wipers as usual. We're kind of lacking on these windshield wipers. They're pretty hard to do. Weight can affect them, of course, just like pull-ups or something. Weight is pretty can affect it, though it can also make you stronger because when you have a stronger, basically glycogen storage in your muscles, I find that sometimes I'm actually able to, even though I'm heavier, I'm able to do more like pull-ups with heavier weight, even though my weight is increasing. Like even when I was bulked up, like peak, I was still doing 20 kg pull-ups at that weight, which is pretty crazy. So technically, I'm in some cases you could say I'm weaker right now. In some cases, so technically, like I don't think it really sometimes like having glycogen and calories and weight doesn't really hurt your performance on body weight movements sometimes. I would say on these windshield wipers, weight is definitely a big factor that affects them a lot, like straight away. Like you can feel it more, but I think my grip is a limiting factor here as well when it comes to this movement. And I think this movement is just it's a hard movement and you need grip strength. So you need to use straps or you need to have very good grip strength to really get out of the movement properly. And yeah, otherwise my abs have been okay in development, slowly developing, not bad. It's hard to make progress on abs at this level, but I'm making a little bit of progress all the time. Not perhaps every week, but I'm trying my best. It's hard to go to failure the more you train these as well. But that's pretty much my lower day. It's not that complicated. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. God bless.